When you hear shoe progression, my first thought is the super shoes. The carbon plates, the midsoles, those super lightweight uppers. But one of the huge benefactors of these shoes is actually the daily trainer, like the Triumph 20. This is my second iteration of this shoe, and let me tell you, from 19 to 20, it's not even the same shoe, like leaps and bounds ahead of the other shoe. And I've been able to get a lot of different runs in these, almost 100 miles, ranging anything from long runs over 20 miles, easy run days, and a lot of tempo work that get me down towards that 6 minutes per mile pace. And so why do I think this shoe has a lot of that super shoe progression in a daily trainer? Let's get into the good, the not so good, and my thoughts on the Triumph 20. Now, when I talk about why this daily trainer feels like the progression of the super shoes, really what I'm going back to is one of my favorite shoes of all time, the Endorphin Pro 1 and 2. And really when I first put on and laced up the Triumph 20, I put it on, I started walking, I go, man, this midsole really has a familiar feel to me. And familiar because I put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles in almost 4 pairs of the Endorphin Pros 1 and 2. And although this is a different midsole according to the name, Power Run Plus, not Power Run PB, they feel oddly similar. Not only do they feel oddly similar, but they look similar with that honeycomb-ish looking styrofoam type midsole feel. And so I'm wondering, is this a huge benefitter of the Endorphin Pro 1 and 2? I think so. I really do think so. And so as the super shoes progress and get better, that technology is getting put into these daily trainers. And I just think this is a great shoe that hit the mark on every type of run that I did in it and surprised me when I started getting into those low 6 minutes per mile pace, which is why this is an incredible one shoe rotation. Secondly, man, there is nothing like a daily trainer upper. Daily trainers have the best uppers because they're made to be for the long haul. You're supposed to get hundreds and hundreds of miles in these shoes, and they're supposed to be comfortable for all different types of running. And the change Saucony made from 19 to 20 with the upper and the lockdown system that they have, there is a huge benefit and huge superiority in the comfort from 19 to 20 in this Triumph lineup. And last part of the good, this shoe's gonna go forever. I mean, you can see it's gone almost 100 miles in it, and it looks like it just got barely used. Just a little bit of dirt on the side, but as far as the wear is on this shoe, there's none to be seen. So my guess is 400 or 500 plus miles because the midsole has no breakdown. The upper looks fantastic, no wear or anything in that. And I just think this shoe is gonna go the distance. So if you're looking for that one season workhorse shoe, this is the one for you. Now, let's talk about the not so good. And this is probably in relation to all that shoe technology that goes on. $160 for a daily trainer shoe. That is getting a little bit on the high side. When you're looking at your up-tempo workout shoes or your almost racer shoes like the Endorphin Speed, the Boston 11s, hitting at 170, 160, but then you're also looking at the Asics Novablast 3 at 140. This at $160 is a lot of money for a shoe. Now, with that being said, because of how long this shoe is gonna last, I bet you the cost per mile, if you were to break it down, is going to be extremely good on this shoe and way outweigh the other shoes in that tempo or daily trainer category. So it still remains to be seen, but for me, $160 to drop on a daily trainer, it's pretty darn steep. Now, my final verdict. So many goods and that price point's away. Is this a shoe that I'll be coming back to? Absolutely. And the reason is I think it can be a one shoe rotation as you're doing your base mileage. And when I look to the beginning of 2023, and I'm gonna be putting a lot of base mileage for some ultra marathons that I'm doing mid-year, this shoe is gonna be one that I'm definitely reaching for my long road runs to keep those feet healthy, good, comfortable, and lasting a really long time.